Hello everybody again. This is just a quick update video on this little classic 350. Well, I was pretty scathing about the tuning mods on it yesterday, and I want to tell you the outcome. It's been in the workshop most of the day, and I got it in there, thought right, here we go, we'll start putting it back to standard now. So took the rocker box off, and I realised then that I've got to have the cam setting tools, since I didn't do the mods to it. You know, I bought the bike back, as I said in the last video. I'll just recap on that. I bought this bike brand new. I sold it to somebody after a year. They had it, they did the mods, or they had the mods done, and then I bought it back again. So that's how I've ended up with it, with the mods. Right, okay, so we got it in the workshop, and I've got the rocker box off, and I'm thinking, right, I need the cam setting tools. Yeah, pussycat's here again. And I haven't got them, because I've never thought about doing the mods, you know. So anyway, I had a think, and there's a bloke down the road who's got a chrome bronze one. And I know that he's done the mods because I've spoke to him before. I've met him out on the belt. So I thought, I wonder if he had the tools. I wonder if he did the mods, or did he get the dealer to do it? So I shot round to see him, and he was in. And I said, did you fit the cam yourself? And he said, yeah. I said, you must have the tools then. And he said, yeah, I bought the tools from Hitchcock's. I said, is there any chance I can borrow them for about a couple of hours? He said, yeah, of course you can. He said, you're only just down the road, ain't you? I said, yeah. He said, well, do you want me to run them round to you? I said, yeah, okay, cheers, thank you. So he said, I'll come and have a look. So in the meantime, I mean, it was a little while because he had got to get all his gear on and everything and that, and come on his bike. But I got underneath this bike. I think I dropped something, a spanner or something, got underneath to get it, and I was looking at the outer casing, this one here, and underneath it, it was a bit grimy underneath because it had been, you know, I used it in the wet and everything, and I know that the Norfolk Thunderbolt only went out on it about once on a completely dry day after he had the cam fitted, and it was like encrusted with crap, and I thought, this casing's never been off. So how did they get the cam in without locking the crank? So I'm thinking, So I got that casing off, I drained all the oil out, got that casing off, and this guy turned up with his tools, and he said, oh, you're just putting the cam in then, are you? I said, no, it's got the cam already in it. I said, but there's something seriously wrong with this bike. I said, it's so loud. And I said, and it's flat as well. And he said, oh, well, I don't know what that is. And I said, well, I was just about to put the standard cam back in and take all the mods off it. And he said, well, before you do that, have a ride on mine. So I said, well, that's good of you, thank you. So I jumped on this chrome and bronze one and went round the block on it. What a different bike that is to this one. It just gets up and goes, and it just, I got back and it's so quiet as well, and it's got exactly the same exhaust as this. And if you look at the downpipe, you can see it's really blued it. And that's with the Fuel X light as well, which is supposed to make them run cooler. So that's telling me something's not right. Anyway, he had to go. He said, just run the tools round when you finish with them. He said, if you need them again, just come round and get them. He said, I'll be in. So he left me to it. So I thought, right, okay, let's get the locking plate onto the top of the cam, and then we'll get the pin in and lock the cam, and then I'll put the crank locking tool in. Well, so I locked the cam, dropped the pin in, dropped into the hole, turned the engine to the hole was underneath the pin, dropped the pin in. Well, that's that locked up. Now I'll do the crank. So there's a hole in the side behind this casing, and you poke the thing through into the crank. So I've got his tool for that. I could not get that in there, and I thought there's something wrong here. Why isn't it going in? So I pulled the cam pin out and turned the engine till I could get the crank locking pin in. Then I looked to see where the hole was on the cam. It was nowhere near. It was a link out on the chain. Whole link out. I thought, I've just found out what's wrong with it. It's stupidly retarded on the valve timing. So I thought, right, okay, so off with the sprocket. Kept everything locked up, off with the sprocket, and realigned it all so the pin dropped in, and got it all finished. Oil back in, case back on, took it out for a ride. It's just like his now. So, have I changed my mind about it? Not entirely. No, I haven't changed my mind entirely about it. I don't know. I'll leave it as it is at the moment, because I've got the red and chrome on to ride about on. And I'll just see what this does. I want to know what it does to the gallon. I've filled it up with petrol right to the top with E5. I want to know what it's doing to the gallon. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better than I was getting before. You know, I mean, 110 miles out of the tank full basically was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to give this bike the benefit of the doubt for the time being, but I can see myself going back to standard with it at some point. I'm not convinced still. I'm still not convinced. So anyway, that's just a quick update of where I am with everything. It's still got all the mods on it at the moment, but I want to know what it's going to be like. I mean, I've probably done 15 miles with it since it's been going. It does pull nicely now, but yeah, I'm not convinced. I'll see how I go with it. So watch this space. But yeah, I just thought I'd better make a quick update video, because I mean, the Norfolk Thunderbolt, he didn't do the work on this. He didn't put the cam in. He took it to a dealer, and the dealer put the cam in. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong at all. He put his faith in the dealer. But it just goes to show, I mean, bloody dealers charge enough, don't they? And they can't even get the job done. I see the cat's doing the MOT again. That will spot something. Yeah, it checks all the mudguard stays and the spokes and the brakes. Look, yeah, it's very thorough. Ministry trained, you know. Anyway, I'm going to leave you there, because I'm going to get, I've got loads of things to do. I'm flat out here. So I need to get on. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks ever so much for watching. Ta-da. See you later then. Bye-bye.